So when it comes to the first episode of Hawkeye, there is definitely a lot going on in the opening sequence that takes us all the way back to the events of the Avengers that informs the ending of the first episode, which sets up Kate as the brand new Avenger teaming up with her hero. So let's talk about the opening and the ending. So the opening sequence of Hawkeye is definitely a throwback, as we see that Kate was very much there present in New York during the invasion of New York. When the Chitauri army hit, she was there. She was very young. This was sort of an obvious shock to her because it changed who she's going to become. And as we see in the opening, this informs her growing up idolizing her hero, the archer who was responsible for saving her life as she looked at the wreckage of New York. Now, of course, throughout the episode, we see that she's very much her own character that's destined to become part of this higher up lifestyle in New York that you can definitely tell has a lot of connections to some crime syndicates and shady stuff. Now, at the same time, while we're seeing what Clint is doing, we see that Kate doesn't really want to be a part of this life. She, of course, wants to be a hero, like her idol, and she sort of gets swept up into this whole sequence of events that unfolds in relation to a bidding war in regards to priceless artifacts and what is going on with a character named Armand. By the end of the episode, he is killed off, and there's a couple more things going on here that are going to involve her and who she becomes, because ultimately we know she's going to become Kate Bishop Hawkeye, but in this we see her wearing the Ronin outfit, and we see that she is cornered by the Tracksuit Mafia because they are after Ronin. This is when she comes face to face with them, and they get the upper hand, let's put it that way. While she's in a car trying to survive while they're attacking it, we see a mysterious figure show up and saves her. This happens to be Clint. He rips off the mask, he's got her cornered, but she realizes this is him. This is the man that saved me as a child. If not for him, I wouldn't be here. So it's a little bit of a, perfectly set up meeting of her officially coming face to face with her hero. I honestly really loved this ending and how it relates to the opening and how the things that connect her to Clint are very much established very early on and we don't have to wait too long to find out, because that was one of my worries. Overall, I really enjoyed this. I really like what they're doing with the character, and I love how the opening and the ending sort of bring it full circle. Very happy with how the episode played out and what happens. Even though there's a couple slow moments and you're like, come on, just stop dragging this out. It all works pretty well in my opinion.